welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. Welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be going through a blog post questions I found. I found this on Dude Mom's website, so credits to her. And it was 15 questions about, or your top 15 questions about lash extensions answered. And I thought it was really entertaining and great. So I thought I would take a different take on it and answer it as a lash tech. And I'm sure this might have been done already, who knows, but I'm taking a swing at it. So, Dude Mom is where I found it. If anyone else has done it beforehand, great, credits to you as well. So let's get started. The first question is, are they expensive? Well, it depends on how you look at it. For most people, yes. It is an expensive service. I think it's definitely a luxury service. Not everyone needs to have it done, but it is fun for those of you who can't afford it, and it saves so much time in your day-to-day routine that I think it's worth the investment. Especially because you don't have to, if you don't wear makeup, you don't have to have makeup wipes, makeup remover. If you wear other makeup, then of course you already have that, but if you're someone who just wears mascara, then that eliminates mascara, makeup remover, all of that from your bathroom storage and expenses, I guess. So I do think it's a good investment in that way. I think that it saves enough time that it is worth it, because for those of you who are working professionals or moms or students or anyone really, it can shave a good 30 minutes between the time that you put it on and the time you take off mascara. You don't have to do that, and you get that relaxing time every 2 weeks. So yes, it's expensive. Is it worth it? Yeah, I don't know. It depends on who you are. That's for you to decide. That's my opinion. Do they hurt? They shouldn't, not at all. If you are getting them done by a professional who knows what they are doing, they should not hurt. If they do, I would recommend either determining if you're having an allergic reaction or determining if the eye pads that are used to tape down your eye are irritating you. You know, talk to your lash tech about it. They'll welcome the feedback, because I'm sure their intention is not to hurt you, and you want to make sure that you're able to relax throughout the service and you don't want damage to your eyes, because that shouldn't be something that comes with lash extensions. Yes, if you blink a lot, the eye pads can slide up into your eye, so that's something your lash tech should be mindful of to keep checking for. But sometimes we can't tell because, you know, we're above you and you're below us, and we can't always see underneath. So if you're feeling any irritation that you think might be caused by that, please let us know. If you're having a burning sensation, it can be fumes. Again, we have little tools like this, which blows air at your lashes, or a nano mister, depending on the tech you go to and their humidity levels and everything. They'll know what they can use, and you don't have to sit there with your eyes burning. So no, it should not hurt. How long does it take to install? It depends again on who you go to, but average a full set will take 2 hours for classics. I would say 2.5 to 3 hours for volume. Now, if you do not have a lot of lashes naturally, it can take a lot less time. And if you have a ton of natural lashes, let's say you're pregnant and you have all this hair growing everywhere, it may take some extra time to put on. So it really depends, but average is about 2 hours for a full set. And classics, if you're new to lash extension world, are 1-to-1. So one extension on one natural lash, and volumes can be anywhere from 2D to 6D for normal volume, and then up from there for mega volume. So it really depends on who you're going to, what you're getting done, how many lashes you have, but average is about 2 hours. What is the process like? So, first step is you tape down your lower lashes, so that way they don't stick. to your upper lashes while we're applying it. So that gets taped down. Then you close your eyes, and your eyes are closed for the remainder of the procedure. The lash extensions are applied one by one. So we isolate your natural lash and we put a little glue on one extension and apply that extension to your lash. Same goes for volumes. So that's just done repeatedly. We might unstick some if they've stuck together, but they shouldn't. If they're isolated properly, we'll brush them out, and then 2 hours later, you're done and you get to see your new set of falsies you get for every day. So that's great. Could I go blind? I've never had that happen from a client. That's on the consent forms, that's a risk that you take. But that's not something that should happen if they're being applied correctly. You may have an allergic reaction. If you have any blurred vision, you should be telling your lash tech. All of this you should tell your lash tech. If you have any itching, burning, blurred eyes, watery eyes, dry eyes, anything that's not normal without extensions, you should tell your lash tech. Because if you are having an allergic reaction and you keep getting lashes put on, then yes, over time you could have loss of vision. But I've never personally seen or heard of anyone going blind from lash extensions. So that shouldn't be one of your biggest concerns. Will they be Kim Kardashian thick? They can be if you want them to be and you have the lashes to support that. But no, that's not normal. Yeah, it really depends. It can go anywhere from like something natural where it just looks like you're wearing a lot of mascara to Kim Kardashian thick, and anywhere in between. So if you have a good amount of natural lashes and you decide to go that route, yes, they will be Kim Kardashian thick. If you have a ton of natural lashes and you don't specifically ask for it, yes, they may be Kim Kardashian thick, because you have to do what your natural lashes let you do. So if you have not a lot of lashes, you can't have more than your natural lashes allow for. But if you have a lot of natural lashes, you can't have less than your natural lashes allow for. So I've had clients come in where they're like, oh, I really want them to be natural. I don't want anyone to be like, oh wow, you have lash extensions. But they have dense, many natural lashes. Well, I can make them as natural as possible. I don't need to fill every lash, even though that's what most people want. But I also can't make them that natural if you have so many, because then you'll be able to see your natural lashes through that, which is not a look anyone's going for. So it depends, and that's another conversation to have with your lash tech. Whoa, I could lose my lashes? No. If they're being applied correctly, you shouldn't. And if you're getting refills often enough, you shouldn't. The way that you can lose your lashes is if a few things happen. One, if your lash tech is applying lashes that are too long, too heavy, more than one, to a lash that can't handle that weight. It's all about weight. If you can feel your lashes being pulled down, they're too heavy, too long, something's wrong, you need to get it addressed. You may feel a difference from your natural lashes the first couple of days, but it shouldn't be anything super noticeable. So that's the first scenario, where you could have more lash loss than normal. The other situation where you could lose natural lashes is if you're not getting them filled enough. Even if you see that your lashes are still full after like 2 weeks since you have them done, you still need to go in 2 to 3 weeks at a time, because your natural lashes grow. They have like natural lash growth phases, and they may have grown out and they might still be on there, but they're gonna start to be too heavy because they're farther away from your lash line. And that's what's gonna start to twist your natural lash, and they're gonna start falling out. So you need to make sure that you're getting them refilled regularly, and you need to make sure that your lash tech is applying the correct length and weight for your lash. you know, if you want a cat eye look, but your lashes on your outer corner are really, really short, then you can't have a cat eye look. Like, it's just, you really have to have what's needed in order to do certain things. So being mindful of that when your lash tech tells you, oh, well, I think this would be more suitable, you're a better candidate for this, that's important to listen to because they know what they're talking about most of the time. So they fall out on their own, question mark. Yes, your natural lashes and extensions will fall out on their own. The adhesive may break down on some of the extensions and they'll fall out without a natural lash, but if you ever do see one that has a natural lash attached, don't freak out. It's just part of your whole growth cycles going through them. Your natural lashes do fall out. Normally, you don't see them all the time because they're not as big and thick like a lash extension. So just know that that's normal. You should lose about 3 to 4 a day on each eye is kind of average growth cycle. And you might have sheds every now and then, and they might happen on different eyes. And us as lash extension technicians can't always predict when that's gonna happen. So if you have one time where you lose more extensions than normal, like, try it again, get it filled again, and then if it happens again, then that's something to look at. Like, if it happens 2 times in a row, that's something to be looked at. But if it's like just happening once and then you're fine for 3 fills or so, and then it happens again, that's just your natural lash cycle. So nothing to be concerned about. Okay, so how long do they last? So that's a hard one. Average, you get them filled every 2 to 3 weeks. I've had people that are extremely active in steamy situations, super humid situations that have to come in sooner than 2 weeks. And I've also had people who take really good care of them, lead a very leisurely lifestyle. They clean them very well and they come in once a month, once every 5 weeks. But average, everyone comes in about 2 to 3 weeks is what's recommended. And also, for the people that only come in once a month or every 5 weeks, their lashes grow really, really slowly. So that's something to be thought of too, is that if your lash tech says, well, no, you can't come every 4 or 5 weeks, is because your lashes grow too fast and you don't want to have that damage. That's the main important thing to be looking out for, is your health. How long do refills take? I would say about an hour to an hour and a half. It depends on how many you've lost, how many have grown out. So each time it'll be different, but it just depends on your natural lashes. So I have clients that take as little as 30 minutes and clients that take 2 hours for a fill because their lashes grow really fast and I have to remove almost all of them before I can reapply. Some lash techs will charge by the hour or by the half hour. I just charge a fill price because I think personally people need to be able to budget for it and they can't tell by looking at their lashes what it's gonna take. So I price my fills accordingly so that no matter how little or how much, it'll be fine. I can do it. Are refills expensive too? Yes. They're about half, a little bit more than half of what your full set is. Because we're doing a little bit more than half of a full set of work. So that's kind of what to expect with pricing. Can I wear mascara? No. However, there are mascaras that are specifically formulated for lash extensions. So if you're getting them done for a wedding, or you are one of those people who just feel the need to have mascara but still want lash extensions, it does exist. Have I ever had a client need that? No. Should you need that? I don't think so. I don't see the point. Why are you getting lash extensions if you're gonna put mascara on them? It's like, it completely cancels out the entire point, but that's just my opinion. Can they get wet? After 24 hours, yes. That is the normal time you should wait for them to get wet. You wanna be careful with water pressure. You don't wanna be rough on them, but yes, they can have moisture to them. Sometimes if people use a nano mister, you don't have to wait the full 24 hours, but if they aren't using that, then yes. And I would always just assume wait a full 24 hours. You'll get the most out of your investment that way. Are there things to avoid? Yes, you want to be sure, like, I have a lot of clients that are really active, swimmers, athletic teachers, you know, people that go to hot yoga, saunas, all that. But those are things that you want to do in moderation, and if you do them a lot, then you need to know that you're gonna have to come in more often, because naturally it breaks down the glue faster than if you weren't. Things that you really should avoid are any oil-based products on your face. And you would think if you just don't use things around your eyes, great, but oils travel, and oils travel down to your face. That's why if you have like more oily eyelids than the next person, your lash extensions might fall out more, because you don't want to overwash them, but you also get more oil on them because it travels down to your lashes from your eyelids. So the same thing goes if you apply an under eye cream that has oils in it, it can travel up. If you apply a moisturizer all over, it can travel down. So you just want to make sure all of your products that you put on your face are oil free, including makeup remover, moisturizer, face wash, creams, any makeup you put on your eyes, eyeliner, eyeshadow, all of that can have oil in it. So you want to be really careful of that, because you don't want them to fall out. Oil breaks down the adhesive in lash glue. So that's insane. That's something to really keep track of. And that is all the questions I have for today. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, as well as with suggestions for the next video you'd like to see, or videos in the future in general. If you have not already, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.